Picture this. You're on a dream vacation, but the moment you get back home, you're greeted by a pile of bills and credit card statements. Familiar, isn't it? Now, imagine a different scenario. One where you're not just making money, but your money is working for you. A world where you're not a slave to debt, but rather, you're the master of your financial destiny. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's a reality that's achievable. You see, debt is a common issue that impacts not just our wallets, but our daily lives, our dreams, and even our mental health. It's like a shadow that follows us around, casting a gloom over every happy moment. It's the uninvited guest that shows up at the end of the month, spoiling the party. But here's the thing about shadows and uninvited guests. They only have as much power as we give them. And the first step to reclaiming that power is understanding that financial freedom isn't about making the most money. Dave Ramsey, a famed financial guru, once said, "Financial freedom isn't about making the most money. It's about having your money work for you." And he couldn't be more right. It's not about earning more, it's about managing better. It's about prioritizing paying off debt, about creating a budget and sticking to it, about learning to save and invest wisely. It's about making informed decisions that help your money grow and multiply, rather than just spending it. The truth is, you can break free from the debt cycle. It's not an easy journey, but it's a rewarding one. It's a path that leads you to peace of mind, to the freedom to live life on your own terms, to the joy of knowing that you're in control of your financial future. Remember, it's not about earning more, it's about managing better. Because when you take control, when you prioritize paying off debt, when you make your money work for you, that's when you open up a world of possibilities. That's when you break free from the debt cycle. You can break free from the debt cycle. It's not about earning more, it's about managing better. Debt isn't just about money that you owe. It's a lifestyle, a mindset, and a trap that's hard to escape from. We often think of debt as just an amount we owe, but there's more to it than that. It can come in many forms, each with its own unique set of rules and consequences. There's credit card debt, which can pile up quickly with high interest rates. There's student loan debt, a burden many carry for years after graduation. Then there's mortgage debt, a long-term commitment that ties us to a specific location. These aren't just numbers on a screen, they shape our lives, influence our decisions, and can even dictate our happiness. But what makes debt so dangerous? It's not just the principal amount, it's the interest. Interest rates can be a tricky concept to grasp. Simply put, it's the cost of borrowing money. It's how lenders make a profit. When you borrow money, you're not just paying back what you borrowed, you're also paying an extra amount, the interest. But here's the catch. Interest isn't a one-time thing. It compounds over time. That means the interest you owe can grow, and you can end up paying interest on your interest. This is why a small credit card balance can balloon into a huge debt if not paid off promptly. Mortgages, on the other hand, usually have lower interest rates, and the interest is spread out over many years. But that also means you're in debt for a longer period of time. Student loans, well, they're a different beast. They can have lower interest rates like mortgages, but they can also be large sums that take decades to pay off. And unlike other types of debt, student loans are rarely discharged in bankruptcy. Understanding your debt is not about feeling overwhelmed or defeated. It's about gaining knowledge. The more you know about your debt, the more power you have to manage it, to make informed decisions, and to start planning your escape route. Because remember, debt isn't just about money that you owe. It's a lifestyle, a mindset, and a trap. But it's a trap that you can learn to navigate, to outsmart, to overcome. Understanding your debt is the first step towards financial freedom. Now that you understand what debt is, let's discuss some strategies to overcome it. First up, we have budgeting. Budgeting is like a roadmap for your money. It helps you understand where your money is going and how you can better allocate it. When you create a budget, you're making a plan for every dollar you earn. This plan should include money set aside for debt repayment. The downside? It requires discipline and commitment, but the payoff is worth it. Next, we have debt consolidation. This strategy involves combining all your debts into one single debt. This can make your debts easier to manage and may even lower your interest rates. Be aware, though, that debt consolidation requires a good credit score and might extend the time it takes to pay off your debts. Then we have the debt snowball method. This strategy involves paying off your smallest debts first, while making minimum payments on larger debts. Once the smallest debt is paid off, you move on to the next smallest, and so on. The benefit of this method is the psychological boost you get from paying off debts. The downside? You might end up paying more in interest over time. Lastly, let's talk about the debt avalanche method. This strategy involves paying off your debts with the highest interest rate first, while making minimum payments on the rest. Once the debt with the highest interest rate is paid off, you move on to the next highest, and so on. The main advantage is that you can save money on interest. The downside? It might take longer to see progress, which can be demotivating. Remember, these are just strategies. They're tools in your toolbox. You might use one or a combination of several depending on your situation. The key is to start. Start somewhere, start small, but most importantly, start now. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all strategy. Choose what works best for you. Savings aren't just for a rainy day. They can be your most powerful tool in achieving financial freedom. When we talk about savings, we're not just talking about stashing away a few coins at the end of the day. We're talking about a deliberate, strategic mindset of creating a buffer for yourself. This buffer can be a lifeline when unexpected expenses strike, a stepping stone towards your financial goals, and a shield against debt. So, how to start saving? It's simpler than you might think. The first rule of thumb is to pay yourself first. This means as soon as you get your paycheck, set aside a certain percentage for savings before you start spending. It doesn't have to be a huge amount. Even if it's just 5% of your income, it's a start. Next, consider opening a separate savings account. This can help you resist the temptation to dip into your savings for everyday expenses. Look for an account that offers a high interest rate to maximize your savings growth. Now, here's the tricky part. How can we increase our savings? One effective strategy is to automate your savings. Set up a direct deposit from your paycheck to your savings account. This way, you don't even have to think about it, and your savings will grow without you lifting a finger. But savings aren't just about putting money aside. They're also about reducing expenses. Look for ways to cut back on non-essential spending. Maybe it's that daily coffee shop visit, or those impulse buys that add up over time. Let's consider a real-life example. Meet John, a middle-aged man who was once burdened by debt. By adopting a savings mindset, he managed to turn his situation around. He started by saving just a small portion of his income each month, then gradually increased it. He cut back on unnecessary expenses and focused on paying off his debt. Today, John is debt-free and has a substantial savings buffer. His story is a testament to the power of savings. Remember, savings are not just numbers in a bank account. They're a reflection of your financial health, your resilience in the face of unforeseen circumstances, and your freedom from the chains of debt. Start saving today. Every penny counts. Once you've got a handle on your debt and savings, it's time to think about the future. It's time to invest. Think of investing as planting seeds for a forest. The seeds may seem small and insignificant, but with time and care, they grow into mighty trees. Investing is just like that. It's about putting your money to work so it can grow and build wealth over time. Now you may wonder, where do I start? Well, there are several ways to invest. You can put money in the stock market, purchase real estate, or even start your own business. Each of these options has its own risks and rewards, and it's important to understand these before you dive in. The stock market, for instance, offers the potential for high returns, but it can also be volatile. Real estate, on the other hand, can provide steady income through rent, but it requires a significant upfront investment. Starting a business can be fulfilling, but it also requires a lot of time and dedication. So how do you decide where to invest? It all comes down to your financial goals, your risk tolerance, and your time horizon. If you're saving for retirement, for example, you might want to consider a mix of stocks and bonds. If you're saving for a down payment on a house, a safer investment like a savings account or a certificate of deposit might be more suitable. Remember, investing isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term strategy that requires patience and discipline. It's about making informed decisions and sticking with them, even when the market gets tough. The best part? You don't have to do it alone. There are plenty of resources out there to help you get started, from financial advisors to online courses and books. Investing isn't just for the rich, it's for everyone who wants a financially secure future. So take that first step, plant those seeds, and watch your forest grow. Financial freedom isn't a dream, it's a goal that you can achieve with discipline, planning, and patience. Let's take a moment to recap what we've discussed so far. We've delved into the concept of debt, understanding its intricacies, and recognizing how it can potentially become a burden. But remember, it's not an insurmountable obstacle. We've explored strategies to overcome this debt, and how saving can become a powerful tool in your arsenal. We've also discussed the importance of investing for the future, allowing your money to grow and multiply. Now let's talk about the pinnacle of this journey: financial freedom. What is it? It's the point at which your assets generate an income that's greater than your expenses. You're no longer working for money. Your money is working for you. It's the ability to live the life you've always dreamed of without the stress of financial constraints. But remember, this doesn't mean an extravagant lifestyle. It means living comfortably within your means, secure in the knowledge that your financial future is stable. Imagine waking up every morning knowing that your time is yours to spend as you please. You could choose to work because you love what you do, not because you have bills to pay. You could choose to spend more time with your loved ones, to travel, or to pursue a passion project. This is the freedom that financial independence brings. Financial freedom can impact every aspect of your life. It can bring peace of mind, reduce stress, and provide opportunities that might have seemed out of reach. It allows you to make choices based on what you truly want, rather than what your bank account dictates. The journey to financial freedom isn't always easy. It requires discipline, planning, patience, and sometimes sacrifices. But the rewards are worth every step of the journey. Remember, financial freedom isn't about making the most money. It's about having your money work for you. The goal is not to become rich, but to become financially independent, to live a life free from financial stress, and to have the freedom to make choices that bring you happiness and fulfillment. Because at the end of the day, that's what true wealth is all about. So what's stopping you? It's time to take control of your financial future. It's time to stop being a passenger in your own life and grab the steering wheel. The journey to financial freedom isn't easy, but it's worth every bit of effort. It's more than just paying off debt. It's about gaining the freedom to make choices that align with your values and aspirations. It's about breaking the chains of financial stress and embracing a life of abundance and peace of mind. There are countless resources available to help you on this journey. From self-help books to online courses, from financial advisors to community support groups, the tools you need are at your fingertips. You're not alone in this journey. There's a whole community out there ready to support you, to cheer you on, to celebrate your victories with you. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Take that step towards financial freedom today. We've covered a lot today, but remember, this is just the beginning. We've explored the debt dilemma, understood its nature, and discovered strategies to overcome it. We've also uncovered the power of savings and the rewards of investing for the future. We've seen how financial freedom is not just a dream, but a reality we can all achieve. So break free from the debt cycle. Save, invest, and reach for financial freedom. It's not just possible, it's within your reach.